Be on the Brand Podcast.
Welcome back to another episode of Be on the Brand Podcast. I'm your host, Angelo, and today we got somebody that's really making waves in the Arizona music scene right now. He's been doing it for a while, but I feel like this timing is perfect. We've been trying to get it done, but the timing is super perfect right now. He just dropped a project that I think is probably the best project of 2025, and I was sitting with it a little bit more, and I was kind of like, this might be the best Arizona project, period, that I've heard. So I'm kind of like, we're going to talk about it. We're going to get into it. We got Southside's own J Waves in the building.
Yes, sir. We in the building, baby. I appreciate you having me, man. Hey, man, best of 2025, bro. That's big. That's big, man.
So listen, this is kind of because if y'all listening and y'all really like hip hop and y'all really like this Arizona scene, you might be thinking like, this dude's tripping, or you could not even know. You might have not even listened to it. But from my perspective, everything that you've done with it just doesn't sound or look like it came from here,
man.
Which is it's hard to say that because you want it to sound like it's from here. It is from here.
It's from here for sure.
But you know what I'm trying to.
I get what you're saying.
I don't even know how to articulate it yet.
It's worldwide though, man. It's bigger than, you know what I mean. Like
that's how you can say it. It's bigger than it is Arizona, but it's bigger.
We're taking it outside of Arizona, man.
Exactly.
We're taking it globally, man. We're taking it to Chile. We're taking it to everywhere. You feel
so,
me?
and that's what I really love about it. But we're gonna take it back a little bit because I'm gonna break down the whole album. But I really want to talk to you a little bit because you made a lot of references throughout the. Are we calling it a tape? Or are we calling it an album?
It's an album. It's
album.
An album.
Okay, bet.
Yeah.
So you made a lot of references on the album about Phoenix, about Southside, which I love.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk a little bit about J Waves and your upbringing and things like that. So originally, from what I was seeing, is the waves comes from the hair, right? You used to have crazy waves, right?
My boy did the homework. Yeah.
Okay, so talk to me.
Man,
what was the routine?
Man, bro,
break it down.
I had a whole routine, man. So I had good brush in the shower, good sporting waves. It was the black can from the '90s. That was that good.
Wait, the yellow joint?
No, it's a black joint. They had a
black
yellow joint.
The Murray.
Not the Murray's.
Okay, not that
Murray's
one.
Is orange. That was like real.
That was the orange one.
Yeah, that had your whole.
My pops had that in the crib, so that's how I know it.
Keeping it slick down. Murray's to slick anything down. Man.
Okay.
You can stop your faucets from leaking with some Murray's, dog. Like,
you can put that on a tire.
Yeah, for real though. Yeah, man, did that with the do rag, pink hair lotion. Got it right, man. And then I would just always be in school, so it was always spinning.
360.
360. It was crazy, bro. So when I used to get my hair cut, bro, like my barber Sam, he was like, man, my boy Jay got waves. You know what I'm saying? He was like, that boy Jay waves. So really, my boy Sam, he birthed that for me when I was like 14. You know what I mean?
Does he still cut you up?
Man, he doesn't cut me up anymore. But I got braids though, man. You gotta know, like, you know what I mean? It's a little.
But he can get the beard right though. Come on.
I do the beard. Shout out to Sam though. Shout out to Sam,
that's dope, bro.
He do the beard though, man. So, I'm gonna have to tap in.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. You know, you can't cheat on your.
They're gonna be pressing me now, man. Like, bro, you can't even let your dog do your beard.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, man.
Nah, but that's dope because I remember. Obviously, I couldn't personally have waves, but I remember. World Star Hip Hop would have the post where it was like how to get the waves.
You can do the waves. We can get you some waves, though. You know what I'm saying?
I would be crazy out
beyond the waves. You feel me? Little special take. You know
I think that would. I need to leave that one alone, bro.
yeah, man. I'm about to bring him back
for sure.
Yeah, I got you.
So I mean, growing up on the South Side, bro, like I would say. I grew up on the East Side. I kind of grew up all over, but I grew up on the East Side. But you know, when you're growing up, you kind of hear about the South Side all the time. When you go venture over there, I played sports over there. Okay. So it would be a little tension over there, you know, when we would play with what was it? The prep that was over there. There was a prep.
So they had like, I want to say you talking about like on some hoop time?
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. No,
we hooped against them.
What's the prep school that was over there? Because there was a lot of cats that was balling. What you like? Was it like 08, 07 when you was hooping against them?
Literally.
Yeah.
You knew exactly the year.
Exactly what you're talking about, bro.
It was a prep. It was somewhat an A or something like that.
I'm trying to. I'm blanking out.
But you know who I'm talking about.
I know exactly because I know some hoopers that was over there. Like Michael Purdy, I think hooped over there. It was a couple cats that was over there, bro. I'm trying to. My boy Jacquees, he hooped over there.
Yeah, when we would go over there,
I know exactly what you're talking about. It's gonna ring on me too, bro.
When we were over there, it was some tension. But I liked it though because I came from that. Like when I would be hooping at the park, I was always little.
Okay.
So like I really had to like put my shoulder into people and like go hard to like show people like you're not just gonna bully me because I'm little. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when I would go over there, they would be pushing back. Like
no, Southside they gonna play with you, bro. It's rough out there.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like the best runs though back in the day was at East Lake. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If you want to go to East Lake or the Adult Center, you know what I mean? I was right off of 7th Street, so
you was hooping, right?
Yeah, I was hooping, bro. You know what I mean? For a minute, I was hooping, bro. I had hoop dreams for real.
Yeah,
bro, I did, man.
When do you think that like kind of ended? When did you
high
think
school,
like
bro?
Okay,
about 15, 16, bro. It was a done deal. You know what I mean? It was a done deal, man.
That's how I felt too. I got a job.
Yeah, but I was working too, bro. I was working. I was doing some other things at the same time, bro. But my mom wasn't a hoop anymore. You feel me? So I was just trying to get some money moving around.
Talk to me about that high school time because you don't really talk about it. I know you be on your positive tip, but you mentioned that you had to finish up school like a year late.
I did
because you was never at school. What was you doing if you wasn't at school?
Man, I was smoking in the neighborhood, bro.
Okay,
bro. 16, I had a gap in my schedule, bro. So I went to a school on 20th Street and Baseline, where they had like a partnership with South Mountain Community College. So some of our courses was on. Some of my classes was at the school, the high school, and then some was at the community college.
Gotcha.
So we would like venture to the community college. We would leave and like they would let us just go over there. So we had to like catch the bus or get a ride or walk or whatever. And then I was just like, bro, I ain't about to go over there. Like I'm about to just go to the neighborhood, bro. And I just started kind of smoking at 16, doing some other stuff. Not like I was a crazy pothead or anything like that, bro. But I was just I was working too. So I had a job at downtown YMCA. So I tell my boss like, hey, I'm out of school at 11, so I could come in at 11, work till 8 o'clock. You know what I mean? So I was trying to get that paper. So I was doing a couple other things. You feel me? So yeah, man. So but now I had like, man, maybe about like 166 tardies, man, like 60 absences, bro. So. It kind of threw off my trajectory for a minute, bro.
That's crazy.
I had to go to an alternative school on 48th Street in Southern called Pinnacle.
Okay.
It was a little small school, computer lab type school.
Get you back on track.
Yeah, bro. A whole bunch of kids in there that was kicked out about, you know what I mean? They was kicked out of all day schools. I wasn't really kicked out for behavior. I just wasn't going to school. Like, I was always respectful and everything like that. But yeah, man, I had to graduate a whole year late, bro. I didn't even walk or nothing like that. I got my diploma in the mail, bro, and just got right back to the chicken, man. Yeah, bro. So
with that going on, and I know you were rapping at the time, things like that. Did you always get support from family and friends, and even the neighborhood for rapping, even though you're not doing good academically, things like that? But do they still support the rap?
They love the rap, bro. Okay. They love the rap, like genuinely. They felt like I was real talented. I had good charisma, bro. I was good at it at an early age, so people knew like, okay, that's his lane, bro. Like I was rapping at like 12. Against dudes that was like 18, 19 in the neighborhood. So like people be rapping outside and my cousin be like, bro, hey, Jamal, come out here. Cause you know what I mean? My name's Jamal, but before I was even Waves, I was, you know what I mean? I was out there chopping. Bro. Like you grown man, I chop you down. You feel me? And
Let's go.
Then they would be gassed up. They're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I'll make you look bad in front of your shorty the whole night.
You ever got into a little squabble for that?
Nah, nobody ever wanted to squabble over the records. You feel me?
Okay,
or the freestyles, bro. I mean, I had my cousin with me too. So if they, you know what I mean? If they did want to do it, it was going to be up. So, I mean, if you're 19 trying to swing on me, man, I'm going to call Pops, you know what I mean? So, it's going to get sent up.
Talk to me about Jamal right then. What type of raps was you coming outside with?
Man, bro, it was like, I ain't gonna say it was like, you know, popcorn bubblegum rap, but it was official though. I was just rapping about like everything that I saw, just rapping about, you know, Jordans and you know what I mean, like spinning rims and you know what I mean,
and how good your rapping is,
how good my rap was. I'm like, yo, I'm flowing. You know what I mean? I was getting it, bro. Like I was really in tune. So early though, but my family was always supportive. Like I think it took time for like my pops to really get behind board because you know they wanted me to go to college, but of course, like I said, I graduated high school late. You know what I mean? So. My mom, she kind of knew I was real talented with it. She like, dang, you know what I mean? I would have to like try to do shows and shit like that. And she throw me like $20, $40 to go get like a shirt or, you know what I mean? A hat to go do a show. Cause I'm like, man, I got to get fly. I'm opening up for Waka Flocka. You know what I mean? I ain't got no, you feel me? So she was supportive in that way, man. And they knew I was on point with it, bro. So
that's dope. Okay. So they was always supporting. Cause I feel like a lot of people don't have that. with the creative lane. Me personally, I did because, like I said, my dad produced music and stuff. So anything creative, they would push it. But I know a lot of homies that I had, their parents didn't understand. Like, nah, bro, you need to get a job. You need to go to college. Like, one or the other. You know, you can't be creative.
That and nobody from Phoenix really was like made it out the city. So there was no blueprint to be like, man, my like such and such did it. Like,
you seen Boom 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 did it.
So you didn't really have no reference points. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to like Willie North Pole. He did his thing. So he, you know what I mean? He put on, he from the Southside. He was doing his thing, but like outside of that, bro, it wasn't too many artists that broke any type of thresholds for you to be like, here's an example, support my dreams, this is what I'm doing. So we really just shooting in the dark, you feel me?
Yeah. I know one of the biggest influences you had talked about was your pops, because he was really like programming you. And I super related to that. My pops is from Oakland. Okay. So like he was really on that type of time. He came out here like in the 90s. Okay. So he was trying to get away from what was going on there in the Bay at the time. Yes. So like he was really programming me like I lived in Oakland. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like a lot of the things you were talking about like resonated with me. I wanted to give him a little light because, you know, moms always get the light. Yeah, they always she got a whole bunch of light. Exactly. I always shout out my dudes, man. But no, Pops, man, he really you know, he really was militant. So, you know, my pops, he grew up with, I want to say he had 4 sisters and 2 brothers. Okay. So, you know, 2 of his brothers was incarcerated, you know what I mean? And he had to kind of be the man of the house for his other sisters and his mom. So, like, at an early age, my pops kind of, you know, any type of problem with, you know, any of his sisters or his moms, he was, you know, he was the man of the house. Yeah, so, you know, when they had kids, you know, when my auntie had kids and stuff like that, you know, he was their uncle, you know what I mean? Some of their father figures at the same time. So he kind of had to be militant early on, you know what I mean? He kind of had to step into some shoes and fill some roles and make sure he was holding it down, you know what I mean? So when he had me, you know, and my sister, you know, he really was he was on top of us, bro. It was really like not a lot of games. He was real on top of a lot of stuff. So, but I always been kind of doing my own thing regardless. So I'm a tourist, you know what I mean? We're gonna kind of do our thing regardless. Push the line. Yeah, man. I was kind of rebelling at some points. I'm like, man, come on now. Like, but I always had respect for my pops the utmost. You know what I'm saying? Like he was getting on me when I was younger. Let me know if your pops was like this with everybody in the neighborhood. Every homie that meets him, everybody, hey, your pops is so cool, bro. Yeah. He's dope. But with us,
yeah, for sure, bro.
He's not cool.
No, because everybody used to come to my house too. Like, so, you know, that was the thing. Like, all of my homies, anybody, like, somebody get kicked out of their house, they come stay at my house. You know what I'm saying? Weekend time come around, like, you know, some of my cats that didn't have fathers or whatever, they was over at my house a lot of times, and my dad was trying to instill a lot into them at the same time, knowing, like, because, you know, they from the neighborhood, he from the neighborhood, so he like, I got to be hard on them too. I got to have real conversations. And, you know, he was always, you know, real big on telling me, like, you know, it's a difference between a house and a home. You know what I mean? Like, not everybody got a home. You feel me? Like, it's a lot of people that live in houses, but they don't got that structure. You know what I'm saying? So never take, you know what I mean, none of this for granted. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So
how long did it take you to kind of appreciate that? Because it took me a minute.
Man, bro, it took me probably till I was older, man, in my 20s, bro, like kind of looking back on a lot of shit, man, because, you know, life was moving fast for me real quick, bro. Like in high school, things was fast. After high school, things was fast. I was moving around, so there was a lot of foundation that was already put in place to where, you know, I look around at, you know, some of my people that I grew up with and kind of see where they went. And I'm like, damn, I could have been in these same situations or in these same shoes, you know, like I am from Phoenix, bro. I'm from the Southside, like thoroughly, you know what I mean? But sometimes it might not come off of that just from, you know, like how I carry myself or where I've been and what I've seen. So, you know, I really didn't, you know what I mean? I'm really trying to bring it all back, though, and show them a different light, you know what I mean, on my city and where I'm from. So, yeah.
Was there anybody, you mentioned Willie North Pole, but was there anybody that was doing something in your area that you kind of looked to?
Man, Judge. Okay. Judge the boss, man. Judge was killing everything on the South Side, bro. He was the one. Like, when I was 14, bro, they had his mixtapes in the hair stores, bro, in the barber shops. They was doing all the parties, you know what I'm saying? He had a clique called A Zilla. And they really had a movement. Judge had a real movement, bro. Like, he was really the one, you know what I'm saying? Like, still is super talented. I ain't even want to talk about him in past tense. Yeah. But like coming up, bro, like on the South Side, like it was Judge by far. Like it was nobody else even like in the same space with him. So yeah, anybody from the South Side will tell you that too.
Yeah. What do you think kind of stunted that from getting out?
Man, bro, I just think the city, bro. I think the politics, bro, not getting enough exposure in the city. I feel like now Phoenix now is not Phoenix what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like 10, not 15
even 5 years ago.
Yeah, exactly, man. So like when I ride around and I look at the city, I'm like, bro, a lot of this wasn't built. Downtown cracking now, bro. I remember downtown was dead. Bro. You could just go to the Arizona Center. That was dead down there. It was nothing on Roosevelt.
Literally. Bro, my nana's house is right behind where everything is at on 12th Street in Garfield.
Okay, yeah.
And right there, you could walk out the neighborhood and be downtown. it was work. Like
Yeah.
there was jobs and
That was
stuff,
it.
but it wasn't.
Yeah, yeah, you can work downtown at the Chase Building or something like that, bro, or at the bank or
Exactly.
something. But it was so now I feel like, man, Phoenix really booming now, bro. It's really in a different light. So, but I think back then we didn't really have people coming to the city at all to like. They wasn't respecting Phoenix at all. Like maybe the Suns when they had Steve Nash and you know what I mean, and Stoudemire and stuff like that. We had some noise and the Cardinals was booming, but people wasn't coming to Phoenix like with opportunities or you know trying to put on. And then I felt like so many people from the city they just couldn't click it or put it together and make it look right in the right way. I feel like that's always been a problem with the city. Is like just making sure that the presentation is just high level so they can't deny you no matter where you go, wherever state you in, whatever room you in. They got to be able to feel you.
Yeah.
You know, so if it's not up to par, they're not going to feel you at all. And I feel like that's been one thing where I'm like, man, the city just got to represent it right. That's it.
Yeah.
And they're going to feel it. So
You're right, bro. I think that's definitely what it is just the presentation and like the proof of concept.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
they don't really have it all together. And us not really having nothing popping out here, we'll let some stuff slide.
Yeah.
Or we're like, oh no, it's good for
it's cool.
Arizona
It's cool
rap.
enough. Yeah.
But it's like, nah, bro, if you want to make it
Nah.
out, it has to be just good, not just good for
Exactly, bro.
Arizona.
Yeah, and I feel like it's also taking pride in it, man. Like there was times like, you know, my mom lived in Indiana, she lived in Gary. I got family on in Chicago. Like it was times where it'd be cooler to be like, oh yeah, you know, like, I'm from out there. You know what I'm saying? Because like, you know what I mean? It wasn't no motion here. You know
So
what
you
I'm
was
saying?
telling everybody you was from Gary.
Yeah, to a degree when I was young, probably like 19 and stuff like that, bro.
yeah.
But I had to really like get in my roots, bro, because it was you would meet so many people from everywhere else, bro, and everybody wanted to boss up everything else. And I was traveling, you know, I would go to LA, I would go to, you know what I'm saying, Chicago, like I would go.
That's where Mike Jack is from, right?
Yeah, Gary, Indiana, baby,
Yeah,
the GOAT, baby, the greatest. Yeah. yes, sir.
Him
You know what I'm
and
saying?
Freddie Gibbs.
Freddie Gibbs, shout out to Freddie Gibbs,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, Gangsta Gibbs. Baby. They from the
That's
east
dope.
side of Gary, my family from the west side of Gary.
Okay,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying, bottom side, but yeah, no,
That's dope.
shout out to Freddie Gibbs, man. But no, all in all, bro. But I really take the Phoenix thing seriously, bro. Like I just ran into somebody a couple weeks ago, and they was like kind of looking at how I dress, and they was like, okay, bro, like you know, cause I switch it up, bro. I might wear the Dickies, I might wear some flare pants, you know what I'm saying? I might wear a button up, I might wear a pro club, just depending on how I feel.
A little Ben Davis.
Yeah, you feel me? Yeah, we gonna switch it up, bro.
Yeah.
And Buddy was like, dang, bro, like, all right, I see the shirt and all of that, bro. Like, man, I ain't never seen nobody dressed like that. Like, where you from? I'm like, bro, I'm from Phoenix, bro. I'm from the Southside. Like, where you from? You know what I'm saying? Like, you like, oh, you know, like, yeah, bro.
Threw him off.
Yeah, bro, like, cause I think you from somewhere else, bro. But I'm really from here, bro. So I'm big on the Phoenix thing, bro. I'm big on the Arizona thing. Even if you're not from Phoenix, bro, wherever you from in this city, bro, I'm really trying to.
Speaking on that, talk to me about the culture on the South Side because it's funny, man. Like, obviously, I'm Mexican, so like our culture is super entwined with your guys because you guys
1000%.
love the lowriders, you guys love the oldies.
Man.
That's Chicano culture too, you know. So like we intersect.
We grew up around it, bro. Like, I feel like on the South Side, I went to school a lot of places too. We'll talk about it, bro. I went to school at Madison Park over there.
Okay.
Yeah. You know where it's at. You know what I'm saying? I went there I
didn't know you went over there. Okay.
Second to fourth grade. Yeah, I went there. I was living over there on like 20th Street and like Thomas over there type time. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't too far away. But on the South Side, bro, like all my classes growing up, bro, was either like black and Mexican. Like that's how it was. It was really no white people. It wasn't any, you know, Pakistanis or anybody else. None of that.
Maybe one Asian.
Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if then it'd be like very rare. But yeah, growing up, bro, like, you know, a lot of my best friends coming up were Hispanic. You know what I mean? My best friend Chucho and you know what I mean, like Bamner and people like that I was growing up with, bro. And you know, there was a lot of community, bro. We lived in like the same neighborhoods. So you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of our neighborhoods were like either like real black or they were black and Mexican. You know what I'm saying? Or they were Mexican neighborhoods too, where it was, you know what I mean, straight Hispanic neighborhoods. But growing up, man, yeah, we eating Mexican food, bro. They doing up the cars the right way, and it was always showing love. Like I never really felt like a segregation or you know, like a disconnect. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like, okay, that's the partner. Like I feel like in other spots of the city, it did feel like that. You know what I mean? But not on the South Side because we coincide like so well. Like our businesses, where we grocery shop at, it was like a real tight knit community, bro. So we didn't have a lot of grocery stores. We didn't have a lot of shopping centers and stuff like that. So you gonna run into people. You know what I mean? You go to the water house, Water and Ice, you gonna run into them. You know what I mean? You go get ponchos. You know what I mean? On Central, you gonna eat it over there. You know what I mean? You gonna move around, bro. But it's super intertwined, man. I love my Hispanic people to the utmost, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, we was real locked in, man. I feel like it's still like that on the South Side, but things are starting to change a little bit more, man. The dynamic on a lot of things. I'm older, so I'm a little bit out of the mix. So I'm not on the boulevard. I'm not on the block all the time. You know what I'm saying? Just really, you know, politicking in that way. But I mean, coming up, bro, yeah, man. I love old school cars. You've seen the old school outside. Sundays on Central, bro, just seeing the old schools come down Central, bro, going to South Plaza, where I shot the Money Talks video, man. That's an iconic plaza for us on the South Side, man. So if you want to go pull up on a Sunday, bro, see some good whips, bro, see some car culture, bro. I feel like you're going to get it right there, like, in the mix, bro. And we got a lot of culture on the South Side, bro. Like, I feel like we got so much to give, bro, and we want to just, like I said, one of the older sections of the city. I feel like the South Side, the West Side, the East Side, bro. It's certain. Shout out to the North Phoenix. I don't really have too much, too much going on over there, but I feel like just for us on the South though, bro, it's always been real big. Yeah,
I'm glad. I'm so glad to hear that because growing up, it wasn't never tension, but like I never really got too deep on it on a pod, but basically all my pops that raised me is black. Yeah. So all of my siblings are half black, half Mexican.
Okay.
So when I would bring my brother around, shout out to my brother Zion, when I would bring him around, he looks black.
Yeah.
So like when I would bring him around certain Mexican families that are like first generation, he had an afro and everything. So they would kind of look at him kind of like, this is your brother? And be kind of like a little weird. Like they wouldn't be disrespectful, but they would be kind of like, even ask him like, can I touch it? You know, like.
Yeah, they wasn't used to seeing it.
They're not used to seeing it. So I'm glad to hear that you didn't really run into too many issues and that you were embraced in that culture. Yeah. And that you were embracing the opposite side too.
Bro. Yeah, man. Like I said, it was a lot of love, bro. Like I said, it was never really, like I said, like an ultra division. You know what I mean? Like I hear like in other states and stuff like that. Like it was, bro, we was really on the same streets, same neighborhood, same classes, like I said, same jobs. Like, we hooping at the same places, bro. And I feel like Arizona, one of the first places I was seeing that had a lot of, like interracial, like black and Mexican people, bro. Like that's super common. Like a lot of shorties you would meet would be like black and Mexican, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that was common, bro, because like I said, just like how we growing up, like I said, on the South Side.
Right next to each other.
Yeah, right next to each other. So it's going to rub off. You kicking off, you know what I mean? You kicking it long enough, it's going to rub off and you're going to catch a vibe.
Give me two Southside landmarks.
Man, Southside. I mean, like in food, just landmarks in general, or
let's do one in general, like a spot, but then a food spot too.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna say probably like the biggest landmark to me on the South Side. I didn't go there, but South Mountain High School, man. Like South Mountain High School is a real landmark. Like my pops went to South Mountain High School. A lot of my uncles, you know what I'm saying, cousins. I was registered for South my freshman year.
He said I was registered.
I had books. I had the ID. I was supposed to start on Monday.
Yeah, the Valley Metro card.
Bro, I was ready to go. You know what I'm saying? I had the whole. They was trying to put me on the football squad as soon as I walked in there. But I would say, of course, South Mountain High School being like a real landmark. I would say the Salvation Army before they changed it. It's the Croc Center now. It's on 16th Street and Broadway.
Yep.
But before it was it was just the regular Salvation Army. It was a small Salvation Army band, 2 gyms, you know what I mean? They had little foosball tables and stuff like that.
Yep.
In the mix, that was, you know what I mean, growing up, a lot of people, either played ball there, you went there for, you know what I mean, your parents played ball there, whatever. That was like one of those kind of mecca spots. But it's huge now. It's the Croc Center. They done built it up. It's multi-million-dollar.
They got like the water stuff in there too and everything,
it's crazy.
Right?
But back then, wasn't no water. There was barely water fountains. You feel me? The swamp cooler when you was hooping. So you be sweating, doing suicides. After the first runs of suicides, you drenched, dog.
I need to hear that in a bar. People don't know about them swamp coolers,
swamp
bro.
Coolers was, man,
man.
Anybody that hooped at the South knew it was hot in there, bro. There was no circulation, no ventilation in there.
My grandpa had one at his crib during the summer, and I'll be kicking it in there. He would have all the lights off because you have to like keep it as you can't even move, bro. If you move too much, you're sweating.
Bro, that's swamp coolers is crazy. And then food wise, man, it's a lot of different food spots, man.
Southside really do got some food.
Man, the one for me, bro. Yeah, we do got some spots in the cut. The one for me is Tams, bro. I love Tams. You know what I'm saying? I love the jalapenos, the A18 at Tams, man. The wings, man. Yeah, my man Rich right here. I was getting my hair braided one day, and he was talking about some wings, and he was like, "Yeah, man." He was talking about West Side Window.
Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to
similar.
Similar for sure. Yeah, we going. You know what I'm saying? It's similar.
So, I know what you're saying.
But I'm like, man, you ain't never had Tams, and he's like, nah, bro, I never had Tams, and bro, I had to drop BM. You know what I'm saying? So I was cruising the BMW, bro. We pulled up at Tams, you know what I mean? Busted it down on the trunk of the car, bro. But
this sounded like a freestyle, bro. You was getting your hair braided, bust down the BMW, hit the Tams.
Yeah. Hey, life is a freestyle, baby. That's how we
life is a movie,
yeah. Hey, it's really a movie.
What's the I used to work right there, and I used to go there. I love the Chinese spot over there on Buckeye. It's down the street from the Bank of America call center right there.
On Buckeye. You talking about I know you talking about on Central or
No, it's on Buckeye and maybe 24th Street.
Buckeye and 24th Street when you coming down.
Yeah, the only thing that's over there is like commercial because I used to work at Bank of
I know,
America.
Because that's that wraparound before you kind of going before you get to Washington. Like
there's a little Chinese spot right there. It's pretty fire.
Yeah, you messing with it?
Yeah, it was fire.
So
it was always popping, but
you got to know it's like you got the overpass right there too. You know what I mean? So you got that overpass that go from Broadway and then you cross the riverbank. You know what I mean? And then you get down to like, all of that.
Yeah,
so,
deep in, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I ain't never been to the spot you talking about. I was more like a Happy Foods guy. So that's
Happy
on
Foods.
Central and Baseline. You know, shout out Happy Foods. So,
shout out Happy Foods.
That's why I ate a lot as a kid. You feel me? So that was kind of like more, I didn't grow up on Broadway. Like, you know what I'm saying? In that area, I grew up off of South Mountain Ave. So
I'm not going to lie, bro. Oh, and I hate to say this, but I went to Happy Food maybe like a year ago.
Oh, man.
And, man, my stomach can't handle it no
Damn,
more, bro.
It was no good.
It was good going down, but afterwards I was like, yo, man.
I was gonna try to plug us with the Happy Food.
No, I'm down to eat it. I'm down to eat it.
But I'm
just
saying,
saying,
the podcast,
I've been eating better lately, so my stomach ain't built like it used to be, bro.
I mean, it ain't bulletproof. Man.
It's not bulletproof anymore.
Do
you find that sometimes when
I can't eat a lot of shit no more, bro. Nah, man, there's a lot of stuff that had me out of commission, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So no disrespect to Happy Food, like the flavors, but I'm just saying my stomach isn't built like it used to. Because even my spot, let me know if you know about this spot. My Chinese spot is on because I was on the east side. Golden Coin. Have you ever went to Golden Coin?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
When I go to Golden Coin now, I gotta be ready to go sit down.
Boy, that's crazy, man. Hey, no Chinese food for you, dog. That's what I heard from this conversation.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I'm just not built for it anymore.
Beyond the
bro.
brand, we don't do Chinese food over here, man. We keep that to the side, dog.
I'm not built for it no more. But yeah, that was our spot is a Golden Coin. Yeah,
that's crazy.
But yeah, shout out to Happy Food, man. There's a lot of dope spots like that. Yo, so sorry to interrupt this amazing episode, but we did want to let y'all know we do have merch available now. We have Beyond the Brand podcast. Why do you do what you do shirts available now. They are on Shockaware heavyweight tees, so they fit a little oversized. If you have any questions, please hit us up. You can DM us Beyond the Brand Pod on Instagram. We are asking $35 a piece on these shirts. They are heavyweight shirts, so they're definitely high quality. Please let us know if you'd like one. It's an easy way to support the podcast and support what we got going on. And let's get back to the episode. Let's talk a little bit about this project, man. I built it up enough. Let's talk about this project, man. This was the first project that I was able to sit with, and I've listened to it at least 10 times, front to back, because one, it's so short, so you give us enough. You know what I mean? In this day and time, people that want to drop, like, if you're not Chris Brown or Lil Wayne or these artists, you can't drop a 20 song album and expect everyone to just sit through it. Like,
it's too long, bro.
It's way too long. So the timing on it, I think it was like 30 minutes, under 30.
Yeah, it's like 29
minutes.
It's
so
intentional.
Exactly. I know it. So I'm like, that was perfect. A couple features sprinkled in there. We got Chris Tucker on there.
Chris Tucker, yes sir.
So let's start there. On this album, you mentioned a lot of different movies, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm a movie head.
So I want to talk about that. So you brought up Show Enough, you brought up Matrix, you brought up Shawshank Redemption. So
come on now.
How
you listen?
How important is movies in not only the music but just in your life? Because I'm a big movie guy too.
Man, cinema, man, I love cinema, man. I'm the type, bro. I used to back in the day. I would used to just get high and watch movies and go crazy, bro. Like, and I love good movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got into writing. Like, I'm a writer. You know what I mean? Like, when it come down to rapping, so I appreciate dialogue in the way that movies are constructed, and if they have like a serious plot and how like the characters intertwine and how they converse with each other, and you know what I mean, just does it feel authentic? Like, I hate movies when I watch it and I know it's a movie. Yeah, I'm like, I don't get lost in it. Like, if it don't put me in the trance, bro, like, you know what I mean? I know that sounds crazy, but if it don't put me there, it ain't like a good film. You know what I mean? So I need to be like, damn, I needed to tug on my emotions and feel away. So, some of the movies that I put in there, I sprinkle that kind of stuff in there for people that like appreciate cinema and that art as well. So if you like that stuff, you're gonna be like, oh, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I know what he's talking about. Like, sure enough, like, I grew up watching The Last Dragon. You know what I mean? Like, I grew up, you know what I mean, my Chuck's lace like that. You feel me? Like, sure enough. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he was kicking Bruce Leroy ass with them Chucks. Like, until Bruce Leroy, you know what I mean, caught back in. You know what I mean? But yeah, Shawshank, all of them movies, bro. I'm a big movie head, bro. I always, you know what I mean? My favorite movie is probably like Goodfellas, Training Day. Rush Hour 1 and 2.
Classic.
Yeah, I love He Got Game.
What's one that maybe somebody wouldn't think of? You know, we got those like B movies that your pops had in the crib, and nobody knows about it.
Man,
you know,
man, those
like, did you ever watch Martin? It was a Martin Luther King one, but it was animated.
The cartoon.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
like that was one of my.
Yeah, man. No, there used to be like a little cartoon called like CJ. It was like C Bear and Jamal. That was in the 90s. That was like, I felt like that my name being Jamal, that was real tough.
I don't think I've seen that one.
I mean, cartoon wise, like this show, I was big on PJs in the projects.
Yeah.
You know, Eddie Murphy did that joint. As far as like movies that people wouldn't know, like that I like, you know what I mean, that's kind of like far off. Like I'm a big Tarantino person, so like Pulp Fiction is like one of my favorite movies as well. That's like my favorite dialogue movie. The way it starts off.
That's like my movie language is dialogue. Like if it got good dialogue, I'm in.
Yeah, just the way, bro. Just the way it starts. Just the way I'm like, bro. It starts off so unorthodox. Yeah. So I like when.
I think my favorite dialogue movie, just because it kind of started that, was Reservoir Dogs.
Okay, yeah.
Because that's how it opened, is them talking about Madonna and you know, just Mr. like Mr. doing
White,
the tip.
Pink, everybody.
Like who's gonna tip or not? Like they basically having a podcast.
Bro, that's exactly for real. No, that's what birthed all the Tarantino films. Really, if you ain't seen like Reservoir Dogs, like that's a crazy one for sure. Yeah. Definitely super gory, you know what I mean, and all of that. Yeah. But great movie for sure. Like,
that's dope. Yeah, I love that you sprinkle that kind of stuff in there, bro. Why did you do the Rush Hour to start it though?
Man, bro, that's probably one of my favorite scenes, bro. I could watch Rush Hour any day of the week, anytime, 1 or 2. Okay. I like 2 a little bit better because I felt like it had like a bigger budget. It was a little bit. I
remember watching that one in the movies.
Me too, man. I saw that Arizona Mills.
Is that was the one where they were looking at homegirl with the tattoo, right?
Mm-hmm. He was like, "Oh, Snoopy." He's like, "Oh, I love Snoopy." You know what I'm saying? Like, Chris Tucker was over there trying to sleep.
I remember that being in the movies with my parents. Like,
yeah, she was looking bad, boy. You know what I'm saying? I was over there like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Boy,
exactly, bro.
Like, it was no joke, but yeah, no, like that scene. I just wanted something like with the marina. I'm like, man, I want something that kind of like open up this project to kind of speak about and kind of take people to where we at, you know, with the boats and everything like that. And
yeah, for anybody that doesn't know, he used the Chris Tucker scene where he's getting on a yacht and he runs into homegirl and she's like, how are you on this yacht? And he's trying to make it seem like it's his
my
yacht.
Yeah, like, oh, you must not know. I run in the best of circles, baby. Like, you know, my name is Carter. You know what I'm saying? James Carter. You know what I mean? Like. And she like, oh, this is your yacht? You're like, yeah, this is my yacht, baby. Like, you know what I mean? My yacht is your yacht. Like, really gaming her, you know what I mean? And I just felt like that scene is like real comical and just to like show some personality, bro. Have fun with the music, bro. So I felt like it was perfect, like, with the marina.
It's like, I feel like, bro, you really did. I'm just getting this now, but you really did a good job picking that intro because I feel like that's kind of your personality. Is you're real laid back and fly, but you can make fun of yourself too.
No,
like you're comedy too.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what that is. He was trying to be real player.
Yeah, he was trying to be super player,
but like it didn't really work out. And it's still funny though.
Yeah,
you know?
he was like your friends, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, bro. He's like, it's my friends, yeah. Like. And we all done try to, you know what I mean, pump fake a couple times. You know what I mean? Like wear the homie chain or, you know what I mean, got the homie car or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You trying to make a statement. So it was relatable in that sense. You feel me?
Yeah.
So,
and then a lot of good food talk. Yeah. A lot of working out talk. Yeah. You mentioned you became a nutritionist?
I'm a nutritionist, dog.
What you mean? Like how do you do that?
Man, you gotta go to class, you gotta be certified, bro. So yeah, man, I went I took a nutritionist course through a program called ISSA, International Sports Science Association. And basically, bro, got my nutritionist certification, bro, it ain't last. It was in 2023.
Gotcha.
2023, bro. So I went to Bermuda.
What inspired that?
Man, I used to do meal prep, bro. So I used to meal prep in Cali. And when I used to meal prep, I would run into folks and they would ask me all these questions about food and diet that I didn't have the answers to. You know what I'm saying? I knew how to cook. I knew how to, like, move plates. I knew how to hustle. But I didn't know, like, the specifics on, like, what I was doing.
The macros.
I didn't know about my macros. I didn't know about my protein, my carbs, my fats. You know what I'm saying?
And then the micros, too.
Yeah, you got to know about the macros and the micros. You know what I'm saying? You got to know about all of that. So I just wanted to get educated, but I don't like to, like, half step or, like, shortchange anything. So anything that I'm doing, I'm like, if I'm vested, I'm like, bro, I want to do it all the way. Like, I don't want to shortchange anything. So yeah, man, I became a nutritionist, learned about, you know what I mean, just the digestive system, you know, all the, you know what I mean, the skeletal system, you know what I mean, reproductive systems, bro.
I think that should be the next tape rollout is where you do the tape and for 30 days everybody joins a little group
That'd be fire.
And you giving game.
That'd be fire, bro. That'd be super fire.
Because you got it. You got it to give.
No, I got so much game to give, bro. Especially when it comes to that, bro. And I feel like that's a lot of things that we don't know. We don't have the game, bro. It's like they try to hide it from us, man. And like, I'll be in the grocery store so frustrated, man. That's why I be having to shop at Sprouts, and you know what I mean.
I was just
like
about to say,
bro.
let me tell you about Sprouts, my boy.
Man, I'll be out Sprouts favorite,
bro,
man.
I don't know if it's just
shop at
you.
Whole Foods though. I don't do Whole Foods at all.
They don't even make none.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm in Glendale, they don't got no Whole Foods over there.
Man, they definitely not gonna have nothing over there.
Yeah,
you know
bro. Yeah, they took away our Sprouts. Like, I gotta go out the way. Yeah,
it's
bro,
cold,
it's
bro.
bad.
It's
But yeah, I be stressed out in regular stores, but when I go in Sprouts,
man,
I feel at home.
Boy, yeah. Well, it's like going
Trying
to a toy
different
store.
stuff.
Yeah, man, you buying all kind of shit you don't need. You know what I'm saying? Sprouts are how you, man. I be looking at that bill in the checkout line, dog. Like, God damn.
You're like, damn, I should have brought a list.
Bro, I be filling up my refrigerator though, and I be thinking I bought hella shit. You know what I'm saying? I drop like 150, 200, bro, and I be like, bro, I don't have no food in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, bro, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's funny, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So another thing that you mentioned, you said I used to write it down on paper, and now this shit is 3D.
Yeah. I'm big on that.
That goes a lot with just manifestation. You know,
Yeah.
Did you were you taught that, or?
Man, I had to learn that, man. One of my mentors had to really put that on me, like just like putting it down on paper, like putting your ideas down. Like you gonna have 1,000 ideas in your head. You know what I mean? Like I'll be all over the place with my thoughts anyway. So, and I really just started writing stuff down like in order, bro. I really got good at being like, okay, I wrote down my day to day. You know what I'm saying? Like on what I need to do. I'm like, bro, I need to get a gas can. I need to put some gas in one of my old schools. I need to move it. I need to, you know what I'm saying, go get my hair braided. I need to hit the mall. You know what I'm saying? I need to go, you know what I mean, everything like that, bro. So I just got real intentional on planning, you know, what I want to achieve. Like really making sure that I got the steps to do that. Like, okay, if we want to do this podcast, you know what I'm saying? It's an order of operations to do everything. You know what I'm saying? And it's being real intentional and being real focused on that. So yeah, when I put it down on paper, bro, I really let people know, like, yeah, this shit is real life now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been places I never thought I'd be at. You know what I'm saying? I wanted old schools. You know what I'm saying? I had a song called 1985 Red Beamer. You know what I'm saying? That I dropped in 2016, and then in 2021, I bought a drop top red Beamer. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it didn't hit me till later. I'm like, damn, bro, I rapped about this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of things I wrote down, you know what I mean? And other goals I still got written down on things I want to do, but I feel like you just gotta, you know what I mean, like make it real.
Yeah.
I feel like it ain't real till you put it down on wax.
Is there because I do the same thing. I got goals in my phone right now. But is there a goal? Because I don't want you to give out your future ones, because you know that's locked in until it happens.
Yeah.
But is there a recent goal that you hit that made you feel good? Like you had this written down and you finally, I don't know whether it's put something out or do this or do that.
The marina was probably one of my biggest goals, bro. I've been working on that for a minute, man. My man Rich can attest to it, bro. I done had so many different versions on that, and I felt like I wanted this project to really resonate. You know what I'm saying? I really wanted it to hit, bro. And I took a lot of time, like not because it take me a long time to make music, but just making sure that it was real methodical and that my approach was really on point. You know, so I had to make sure I had my visuals in order. You know what I mean? That I had all my production in order, that all my mixes were tight, that, you know, that we played with the sequence enough to know that it was on point. You know what I mean? So that was one thing. You know, a lot of places I wanted to travel, I wrote down. I do got some, you know, some goals written down right now. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna keep close to the chest.
Please do.
You know, but we got some stuff coming this year, real soon. That's really, really big and monumental. That, you know, I'm really excited about, bro. But I'm big on that, man. If you got an idea out there, like write that shit down, man. Don't take it lightly. Don't play with it, and be serious about what you're writing down. Hold yourself accountable. You know what I mean? I'm big on that. Like, bro, be accountable for what you want to do, and then make it happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 'Cause, nigga, you got to get it done, bro. Ain't nobody gonna pity patty you, and ain't nobody gonna have sympathy for you.
Nobody
You know
cares
what
what you got going on.
Hell no, ain't nobody calling to pay my bills, bro. Ain't nobody calling to, you know what I mean, facilitate anything. So it's like, you gotta stay down. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get it done. So yeah, for real.
Yeah, and another bar that really stuck with me, you were talking about how you you said you boil hot water to bathe. It was sightseeing.
Yeah.
And I've had to do that before.
Yeah, used to boil hot water. Then mama tell me wash my ass up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was real. Yeah, bro. I had times where, you know what I mean, it wasn't no water at all, or no hot water.
No hot water.
And you know what I mean, it was boiling that water on the stove. You know what I mean? And mama pouring, you know what I'm saying, coming back and pouring it in the tub. And it getting hot enough and being like, all right, yeah, take a bath. You know what I'm saying? Like those real stories. I remember our water getting cut off. Man, I done seen the water get cut off. My pops walked to the front of the house, lift up the, you know, like those little metal things like in front, like where you can get to like the water line. You know what I'm saying? We would pull that up, and they have a lock on there, like they have a lock on the meter.
Mm-hmm.
You take a hammer and a screwdriver, pop, bust that open, switch the light. Hey, go tell your mama to try to turn on the faucet. You know what I'm saying?
We back.
Water on. You know what I'm saying?
We back.
Water on till they come lock it again. You feel me? But yeah, it's just stuff like that, man. But you know, that was just, I really like to put contrast on my records to let them know, like, this is where I've been, and this is where I'm at, or where I'm going.
Why I thought that was so significant is because it's back to the water. Because
Yeah,
I mean, it's the marina, and you was really having to boil water to just shower. You know, that's a huge gap.
No, it
you
is.
know what I'm saying? Like a huge difference.
It's night and day, bro. It's night and day, and that's the stuff I wasn't able to see back then, man. Stuff was just dark a lot of times. You know what I mean? Literally and figuratively. But you know, it's just really keeping that faith, bro, and just, you know, the stuff that I do now, I be like, damn, I done been on yachts for real. Like, you know what I mean? We really be moving around, so. Doing that kind of stuff, it'd be mind blowing. Like, and I feel like the marinas, man. Like, if you ain't never been by the water, just chill by the water, or been on a boat, man, it's so therapeutic. So I feel like that was like the place where I had like the most peace. You know what I mean? I feel like that's the closest place you can get to God, bro, is by the water. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, for me personally, you know what I'm saying? Like, just
I
feeling
agree.
that. You know what I mean? The currents, the waves.
Shoot, even
the
a
wind.
shower, you be
Yeah, bro. That's real therapeutic too, bro. You know what I'm saying? Take you a cold shower. You know what I mean? Let that hit. You know what I mean? That's an eye opener, bro. So
the water definitely.
So the marina, man, was just like that place of peace. Like, man, I'm really arrived on some other shit, you know. So that's kind of where, you know, and that's where I used to spend a lot of time at too, the marina. So it was really good for me in that aspect.
On that that Cowboy Jodeci, man, that was really like a bass line on there, like real player, like
real player on that record. You know what I'm saying?
Talk to me about
poetry,
that one.
You know what I'm saying? Chilling where the owners be. Smoking natural rubber down, playing poetry. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Top down, they know slide to keep a loaded piece. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that one hit there when that joint came on, because like I said, my pops is from the Bay, so like that bass line was just like, man, it was like nostalgic a little bit for me.
I wanted to groove on that one, bro. That's one of my favorite records on there too, bro. Just so the fluidity, bro, just the vibe of the record, man. It just feel real chill, and that's like my persona. If you know me, you know me. I'm always chilling, bro. I'm in the cut.
How long do you think it's taking you to get? Because whatever you're doing on the marina, you found your pocket. Yeah. Like, you found it, bro. You're in it. You're in that pocket right now. How long did it take you to find that pocket that you're just in on the whole marina? Man, you're in that same pocket.
Man, I think it's a mental thing, bro. I think like the biggest thing is like, it's never been a capability of making the music or the talent aspect. I think it's just the mindset to be like, okay, this is what I'm setting out to do. This is how I'm gonna carry myself on a day to day. These are the expectations that I have for myself for excellence. And then that translating into the music. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna eat good, bro. I eat good every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't some days, we gonna eat good every day. You know what I'm saying? If we wanna travel, we gonna travel good. If we wanna, you know what I mean, get a fit, if we wanna wear some shit, we gonna wear some good shit, bro. Like, it's making sure, like, that's that. So it really just came back to me changing stuff in my life to make sure it translated into the music. When I put more structure into my life and having good programs, bro, we would wake up, run miles, Go pull up on my man Tone. Me and Rich, we pull up on Tone after working out, after hitting the gym, record 4 hours. You know what I'm saying? Go get a fire, you know what I mean? Fish plate after that, getting some wild caught salmon, getting some, you know what I mean? Getting some stuff over there at the fish grill or something like that, man. And then that just translating into the music. You know, like, okay, I need to go run up a bag. Let me go run up a bag. Like, I got to get low. I'm out the way. Let me go take care of my business. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when you hear my music, you're going to be like, yeah, it sounds like business, bro. It sounds like you taking care of what you got to take care of. You know what I mean? Like, this, it ain't light. You know what I mean? It's easier to roll over and bullshit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's easy to be like, oh, let me just sit in bed. You know what I'm saying? And fucking eat donuts. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's easy. You know what I mean? But it's harder to be like, bro, I don't feel like working out. I don't feel like going to work. I don't feel like running a bag. I don't feel like taking care of myself. Like, it's easy to be lazy, bro. You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
And that comes through the music. That comes through your persona. That comes through everything. So,
that brings me to my favorite song on there is that Price of Peace. Man, it's pricey.
It's pricey, bro.
Talk to me,
man, bro. It's super pricey, man. When I wrote that record, I think I was definitely in AZ. I was in my crib. I just moved into a new crib, and I was just playing some beats, and I felt like I was almost there with the album. And low key, bro. That hook is a spin from a Young Jeezy song. It's the one where he's like, Jeezy like, and she likes it.
And she likes it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can't. Yeah. You already know what's going on. So it's a slight play on that. The way I flipped the hook a little bit, but I wanted to put all the things that I was like real passionate about and that I liked
He said, "Hundreds on the floor."
Yeah. Yeah, you already know.
And she likes
and she
it.
likes it. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. You already know. That's not Trap Star, is it?
No, I don't think so.
No, that's I'm a T.
You know which one that one is?
Yeah, it's Trap Star.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm a TRAPSTR. Got those in the cars. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I'm gonna have to
But we know what we're talking about.
Thug Motivation 101 when I leave here. Don't hold me down, rap heads.
Yeah, I know. We gonna get
They gonna
killed.
be home like, bro, what you? Man, you ain't no rap head.
It's different when the lights on us, bro.
Man, I got the lights on me, man. I'm trying to think, bro. But yeah,
No, but that's tight.
Price
Okay.
of Peace, man, was just like, it was. I just wanted something to just kind of show like my mental, man. And when we shot the video, you know, I wanted to make sure my first video was by the water, so that you know.
Oh man, that video's so good, bro.
Yeah, man. No, we
Damn.
to make sure
Who shot that?
Shot by Dub, man. My boy Dub, man. He shot that. He came through real hard, bro. And we was running and gunning shooting that video too, man. We was hanging out the window. He was holding the camera. We got cars behind us, traffic behind us, bro. But we was gonna make sure we got the shots in.
Yeah, that's what I like, and that's why Manny helps me out, and it's so good with everything. Is because when it's time to get content, I don't want to hear nothing about this, that.
No,
we gonna get it. We gonna get it. Yeah.
Get it done,
so that's dope that it sounded like he was in that bag, like
bro,
both of you.
Y'all only gonna keep elevating too, bro. Just the way I'm seeing y'all getting down, and every podcast is just getting cleaner and better, bro.
Thank
like
you,
y'all.
bro.
Y'all putting it on the flow, bro, which I respect, bro. Anybody that's doing anything like that, bro, I got the utmost respect, bro.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. We do. I want to get a Shot by Dub on too, so maybe we could tap him in.
Hey, I'm gonna hit my boy Dub right after this. Like, bro, you gotta sit down, bro.
Because
like,
he's cold.
Dub a hard worker, bro. He a hard worker. He came from the mud too, bro. By getting it in, just camera, bro. I started shooting with Dub in like 2018, 2019, bro. When he barely had any videos. We had, you know what I'm saying? We was getting it in, and then just kind of built a relationship from there, bro. And, you know, so whenever I got an idea, I'll be hitting him like, bro, I got this concept, or he might have a concept.
Yeah.
You know,
I could tell, man, that video, you can just tell, like,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't with a random person. You know,
bro,
like it was.
People won't let you get your vision out sometimes when it's like that, bro. When you like, all right, let me just shoot with somebody, and they be like, all right, I think you should just do this or do that, and they'll try to mask your vision. You know what I mean? Like,
have you had that happen before?
Yeah, I've worked with a lot of different videographers. Some of them are you know, super creative, and I'll be like, oh, that's hard. I didn't think about nothing like that. Like, let's do it, let's run it. That's tough. But some of them, they just got something already made up in their mind. And I've done videos where I be like, wow, bro, why did I waste money? Why did I do this shit? Like, I don't even like this video. You know what I'm saying? And I don't push nothing I don't like. So I'm not the type of person, if I don't like it, if I don't stand behind it, I'm not putting the product out. It'll stick in the cut. I'll chalk it up. Oh, we paid $1,500, was $1,500 L. It ain't coming out. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll just eat it, bro.
Man, you've had that happen?
Yeah. Man, what? Man, yeah, man. I didn't.
He said, man, he going through the dollar sign.
I don't even want to count the chicken, man, that I didn't put out. And, man, it's all good. We always get it back, though, so I ain't never tripping. I'll be like, bro, we get it back. We'll do what we need to do.
Yeah, I think especially when you're using that much money, you kind of got to think of it, you just pay for a lesson, you know?
Yeah.
So you could come back to it like, hey, I kind of like paying for college, you know? I paid for a lesson.
Yeah.
I got my class now.
You got your lesson for sure.
now you move on from there.
No, for sure, man. Yeah, it's crazy.
With Price of Peace, man, that's just resonated with me so hard because before I quit my job, I was working corporate, and I was making good money. I was doing my thing, but man, I just couldn't sleep. Bro. Like I just hated it. So it's like in my situation, it was the opposite. Like the price of peace was me losing money. You know, that was sometimes the price is something that you don't want to do or a change you had to make. Like,
so bro, it's whatever you gotta do to get that peace, bro. And I'm big on that, man. You gotta, if you don't have peace, bro, everything else fails. Like it don't matter if you making crazy chicken or you know what I mean, or you got the baddest woman or you in the biggest house, bro. If you ain't got peace, bro, it don't even matter. Like you'll be driving yourself insane.
What do you think's the biggest change that's aided in that peace coming in? You know,
like for me or for people in general?
Oh, just for you.
For me, man, I think it's this clarity, man. Like clarity is my biggest thing of peace. But in order for me to achieve clarity, it's like I have to change my surroundings, bro. I have to limit the nonsense that I let in. And I have to work very hard to control my circumstances and my the people around me. Because I feel like you got too much negativity or you got too much coming in like that's not pure, bro. It's gonna dilute everything, bro. It's gonna taint everything. You know what I'm saying? Like a little bit of E. coli get in the water, everything is fucking tainted. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a done deal. It can be a speck, bro, but that whole shit is done. It's
so
over.
There were some people that you had to.
Yeah, man. People, situations, work, like you said, in work environments, bro. Whatever is not Bro, I had to, man, like I said, I was living in California, bro. I had to get back here, and when I got back here, I left a place of peace, bro. I love living in California, man. I was living out, you know what I mean, in the valley, like a little bit outside of LA, and you know, I had a good lifestyle, bro. I had a good lifestyle. I had good old schools, had 2 old schools parked up, had good money. You know what I'm saying? I was doing my thing, and then, you know, things kind of got shifted. You know what I mean? I feel like my world kind of got shifted. I had to come back to Arizona. I was staying on my pop's house. You know what I'm saying? I think my aunt was staying there. My pops was there. I was there. You know what I mean? My money was kind of like treacherous at the time, bro. So I had to kind of work to get back to myself, bro. I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to do nothing, bro.
What happened? Like, can you speak on?
Well, no, I mean, it was just like some business things had changed in California, bro, to where I was like, you know, I could either move there, I could move to Texas. But I was like, man, at the time, I wasn't trying to move to Texas. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like Cali. Arizona's always been home for me, but I'm like, I never like disliked Arizona neither, though. But I had just worked myself to get to a certain point. And I felt like coming back here was taking a step back. It's like, oh, damn, bro, you left. Now you back. You know what I'm saying? We thought you was out of here. Now you right back with us. You know what I'm saying? And I had to change some things with my mindset to be like, okay, if I'm going to be back, this is how I'm going to approach things. You know what I'm saying? These are the people that I'm going to have around me. This is how I got to get back to feeling like myself, getting back to myself. Because, you know, you feel that stuff mentally, bro, to take a toll on you. I'm like, bro, what am I? You know what I mean? Like, bro, I'm on the pull-out bed. I'm on the couch, you know what I'm saying, in my pop crib. I'm grown, bro. I just came from a crib that, you know what I'm saying, was 2,500 square feet. You know what I mean? Like, playing with my Doberman in the backyard. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm sharing a TV.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sharing a shower. And there's nothing wrong with it. You got to do what you got to do.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? 1,000%. But for me, I'm like, no, I got to get back to being myself, feeling myself. Like, I'm not feeling like Waves. I'm feeling like I don't even know who this person I'm feeling like. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't me. But I got to shake that and I got to handle business. You know what I'm saying? And I had to get on that. I had to
Did you give yourself some time to sit in that, or were you immediate like?
No, I was sitting in it, bro. I was sitting in it. I was supposed to go to Costa Rica for my birthday. And I was about to do a backpack solo thing to Costa Rica and pop out there. But I was going to kind of be deep in the jungle. And I was like, man, I ain't about to do this dolo. My mind ain't even all the way there.
Ooh.
My Spanish is subpar. And it's kind of tricky. You know what I'm saying? I travel a lot, but I'm like, this could kind of get tricky. And it was around that time that I was like, bro, I gotta put some type of pressure on myself. I had a little work from home job. When I came back to the city, I hated that. You know what I mean? I hated waking up at 6 a.m. and getting cussed out. And I'm like, bro, this shit is crazy. Like, y'all don't even know who the fuck I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just Jamal working for y'all, this company right now. But I had to, you know what I mean? I ended up taking those nutritionist classes, bro. I ended up.
So that was one of the first steps to like get back to
myself, bro, was kind of learning more about, you know, health and the biggest thing, bro, is what we put in our body is real big on our output. You know what I mean? You put a lot of trash in, you're going to feel like trash. So I just start putting a lot of healthier stuff in my body. I had to start working out more. I had to start just caring for myself in other ways, you know what I'm saying, outside of just thinking that you know what I'm saying, going to the mall ain't self-care, that's just shopping. You know what I mean? That's just consumerism. You know, like self-care is really taking care of your mental, really taking care of your body, really taking care of your spirit, really taking care of those around you. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to get back to that. Like, all right, I ain't taking care of nobody. I'm just Jamal in the fuck around bunch. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language, but you know what I'm saying? That's how I was feeling.
Yeah.
Like, now I gotta get back on 10, bro. And that's when I started working on the marina and start, you know what I mean? Just branching out, bro. Just getting back to, you know, the things I wanted to do and where I wanted to be, and how I wanted to feel. But yeah, no, that's that price of peace, bro.
Where do you think you're at right now? Like as we sit here.
Man, I'm feeling good, bro.
Okay.
I'm feeling good.
Because you know that changes day to day. As a human.
Man, it's like the weather. It's like the weather, bro. It's gonna be sunny some days. It's gonna be cloudy some days, man. You can't call it. It's just gonna be what it is. But it's just you can get dressed for the weather though. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. So I think on my end, bro, I'm feeling good. Man. I got a lot of things that I'm trying to work on right now. So it ain't really like overwhelmed. It's just like it's some pressure on me, which I like. But it's making sure that I got a lot of things to execute right now. So I'm real kind of focused in. And making sure that I got to lock back in all the way, and you know what that requires me to do, bro, is sometimes just shut it down and get right to it. You know what I mean? But I still been able to create music, good music. You know, like I said, we got some concepts and stuff like that we about to roll out. But overall, bro, I'm feeling real good, man. I'm blessed, bro. It can be real dark. It can be real crazy, man. And I'm bro. I really can't complain about nothing. You know what I'm saying? I ate good today. I'm gonna eat good tonight. I got a roof over my head. I got an old school parked outside.
Yep.
The car hard good. You know what I'm saying? The J's is clean. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? The champagne is good if we want to drink it today. So
exactly.
I'm on good water right now, respectfully, bro. But in the green juice this morning. So it's been a real good, pure day.
I love it, bro.
But yeah, no, I'm doing real good, man. I'm blessed to be here talking to you all
That's
right now.
dope,
for real,
man.
For real.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that because like you said, it changes like the weather. So tomorrow may not be such a great day, but I'm glad you're in a good place The marina is amazing. The last thing I wanted to touch on, and it kind of goes left a little bit because I know we were talking positive, but you had mentioned that you lost your cousin to suicide.
Yeah, man.
And I was like, wow, to put that in a bar is really that's tough. How did that feel, even writing that and thinking about putting it in? Like, was there?
Yeah, man. That Bacchanal for the win, man. I'm really trying to. I was really trying to talk on there, bro, and that was a real line, man. I know I said, I know this life shit get crazy. Lost my cousin to suicide. That's why I'm praying to the heavens when this tide gets super high. I want to say it was something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or I said turn them currents into currencies and buy a ride. You know what I'm saying? Like. It is. I know this life do get crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I can relate. You know what I mean? When people go through a lot of stuff, like, and me having to be one of them people to you know what I mean, have to feel that. You know what I mean? To be like, okay, you know, a childhood cousin that I was able to, you know, grow up and play Tekken with and kick it with and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you know, take his life. You know, it get wild. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to kind of be vulnerable in that situation on that record. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of, you know, open up. Just let them know, like, yeah, man. You know, I know, like, the gram is a gram, bro, but, you know, we all real people. You know what I'm saying? We all go through our own stories, our own situations, got our own, you know, vices and, you know, things that we trying to overcome. And, you know, on a record like that, bro, I just wanted to be, you know, real. And, you know, I answer anybody, anything asked. You know what I'm saying? Anything anybody asked me. You know what I'm saying? I answer that, bro, like, truthfully. But, yeah, that was a tough bar. You know what I'm saying? Kind of take it there. But I wanted to, like I said, always know, like, you know, it can get better. You know what I mean? If you're going through any type of depression or whatever like that, you know what I mean? Just take time to, you know, confide in some people you can, and if you can't find nobody, you know what I mean, get therapy, you know, pray, you know what I mean, get closer with God, you know what I mean, get closer with the universe, however you tap in. For me, it's God. But, you know, do whatever you need to do to get realigned, man, and just know it's another day tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Rest in peace, man. To your cousin.
Rest in peace, K-Mac, man. Kyle, brother.
Yeah, that's a tough situation, man, because a lot of times when stuff like that happens, you're just like, damn, I didn't know. You're like, I didn't know. Because we be going through stuff internally and we don't talk to nobody about it. Yeah,
man. No, it's a lot of stuff. You know, everybody, like you said, you see smiles and stuff every day, bro. That's why you really can't be, you know, treating people just any kind of way, because you don't know what people going through, bro. Like, I remember my May 8th last year, but my grandfather passed away, bro, and I was in a grocery store, man, and somebody almost like they was moving their cart, and I kind of like walked in front of him, and I was like, oh, excuse me, you know what I mean? Kind of like, dude, look crazy. And I was like, dog, like,
this is not the day.
This ain't the day. Like, I really wanted to fire him up, you know what I'm saying? But I had like too many other emotions going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, the last thing I need to do is crash out in this grocery store and whoop this old man ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to get nothing out of it. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm going to let some steam off for sure, but that's not how I want to let off steam. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you never know. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't know what was going on with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could have found out. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know, you want to treat people with respect and you know, and move that way first and foremost, bro. And, you know what I mean? I try to move with peace before anything, bro. But, you know, we'll let the cars fall where they need to fall. You know what I'm saying? But we always going to move with peace first.
Yeah, definitely, man. We all human. At the end of the day, we just all human.
1,000%,
with these crazy emotions.
Yeah, bro. Yep.
in these waves.
Trying to make,
you know?
these waves for sure, bro, man.
Waves, bro.
It get choppy on that water, dog, for real. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know how to swim, bro. Get a life vest.
Yeah. What do we, so we're not going to go too deep into it because it hasn't came out yet.
Yeah.
It hasn't released. But you sent me some.
I did send you something, man.
Yo,
sent you that pack.
Yo, okay. So
sent you that pack,
what I like is that, one, you're staying consistent. You already got one. And maybe that was not even the only one. There may be multiple.
Man, there's multiples.
In the tuck.
It's multiples in the tuck.
So we were talking about it a little bit off camera, is that I feel like when Arizona artists get a little buzz, people are feeling a project, they don't follow up.
They don't follow up.
It just like dies. And I'm always so mad, like, bro.
You got to play all 4 quarters. You know
exactly.
Yeah, it's two halves, it's 4 quarters, literally. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like with you, with that marina, I feel like that we maybe at halftime at this point.
Yeah, it's about to be the half. It's about to be
halftime.
It's about to be halftime, man.
And you better get back to it.
Yeah, we about to get back to it right away in a real way, man. So I got Sunset Gallery with my man Rich the Gift. You know what I'm saying? So we got a collab project we about to drop. We got some announcements coming with it, you know what I'm saying? But it was really just getting back to some good feel good music, man. Just really on some rap shit, some smooth bars, bro, smooth instrumentation, better living for sure. You know what I mean? It's really elevated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we got coming out in the mix, bro, and just applying that pressure, bro. Yeah, we putting belt to ass, dog. We getting busy, dog. So it ain't no slow up. So I like you got to let the water settle sometimes. That's the beauty about the ocean, bro. Like, you don't know when that storm coming. You know what I'm saying? It could look real still, and that's when it's the most dangerous. You feel me? So, yeah, when that water looks still, you know what I mean? Better get indoors. You know what I'm saying? Lock up. You know what I mean? Start going to the inland. You know what I mean? Don't get flooded out.
I like that. You coming back with it. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
From what I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna talk about it too much. But from what I heard, real player, real good bars, real good living.
Come on now. It's a reflection of life.
Yeah, you're doing your thing. So I can't wait for people to hear that one too.
Yeah, likewise.
I'm happy, like I said, that you got something in the tuck, bro. Because I was getting nervous. I'm like, please don't let this marina just don't take a break after this marina, because this was just like a teaser. Like, boom, this is what I could do. Please keep coming,
bro. I got so many ideas already written out, bro. I got stuff down the line, and we got some good like visual things conceptualized for this. So. Yeah, bro, it's gonna be up, man. Don't worry, we ain't fading to black, man. We ain't in the cut.
With these bars and everything you talking about, bro, you what's going on with you got a girl? Like, what's going on with the shorty life? You single out here, like,
bro?
Because you be mentioning a lot of. I'm not gonna give no actual bars or nothing about that, but you be talking about.
I don't know what the bars. I don't know the bars you're referring to right now. But nah, man. Right now, I'm definitely. I'm definitely doing my thing, bro. Keeping.
I'm in the ocean.
Yeah, I'm in the ocean, bro. But I'm swimming the shore, bro. I'm swimming the shore right now, man. I got a smooth situation with somebody that I'm talking to right now, man. So, we building right now.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it where it needs to be, and locked in, bro. Locked in on a lot of goals. You know
I wanted to ask your opinion, bro. We had a recent pod, and everybody was on me because I'm not in the dating scene, but everybody was on me because she was saying, when you're dating, you got to pay for the Uber and the food. Uber there, Uber back.
It can get pricey.
So that's why I'm like, is that regular?
I mean, it depends on how P you gonna keep it. You know what I'm saying? It's some cats that ain't paying for nothing. They ain't paying for the dinner at all. You know what I mean? But if it's somebody I feel like that you're really vested in, that you really like, you like, you know what, I got it, baby.
Yeah,
it's good. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it.
Because we were talking about a first date. I'm like, first date, I feel like you invest in.
I'm not paying for no Uber on the first date. For nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna meet you there, or I can pick you up. You can ride in the old school. But I'm not about to Uber you there, pay for your meal, then Uber. What, am I Ubering you home too?
And then potentially never talk to you again.
Nah, I can't do that many Ubers, brother.
That's what I was thinking.
Uber ain't
Everybody's
cheap.
coming at me like, oh, he talking from the broke perspective.
Ain't nothing broke about that. No, hell no.
I'm like, come on, bro.
First of all, it's like, okay, shorty, if you wanna Uber there because you gonna have some drinks, you don't want to drive, I respect that. You know what I mean? That's your choice. You know what I'm saying? That don't have nothing to do with me. I'm a drive respectfully. I'm not going to drink and drive. I'm not advocating for none of that. But if I need to get an Uber, I'm be like, hey, you can meet me here. We can Uber together. But I'm not going to be like, I'm driving and I'm going to pay for your Uber. And I'm going to pay for the meal. I'm going to pay what J-Ways pays for the meals. You know what I'm saying? I ain't paying for everything, but I'll pay for the meal. Yeah. You know what I mean? We're going to pay for the meal. You want some dessert? We'll pay for that. You know what I mean? You want some ice cream after? It's cool. You want some marina merch? I'll throw that in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, we
hit her with a mixtape.
Hit her with a mixtape and a hat, baby. You know what I'm saying? No respect. We're keeping it smooth. But I don't know about that whole dual Ubering, brother.
Yeah, that was on my mind. I'm like, I gotta ask somebody else because everybody on me.
J-Ways don't. I'll Uber you home. You know what I'm saying? After the fact. You know what I'm saying? But
so I could get my piece back.
Yeah, I got to get my price of piece, bro. What? Don't be. This ain't the kicking spot, baby. This ain't the Sheridan. You know what I'm saying? This is the checkout time.
This ain't the Westin.
This
ain't the Westin.
Shout out to the Westin and shout out Young Westin, bro. Man, you wild, boy.
Yo, all right. So my favorite question to ask, bro, because I really want to hear your answer on this, because we kind of got a little background. We got the project. We went through everything, but why do you do what you do? One of the main things that I'm glad we touched on is that you were stuck in that spot because you had to come back home.
Yeah.
And you really could have been stuck in that spot.
Yeah, I could have still been there.
And thank God you're not. You got out of it, you know. Yeah. So why are you moving now? What's the intention now?
Man, I think the intention now, man, is to give back. I want to be a man of service, bro. So in order for me to do what I want to do for like the loved ones around me, my family and things like that, bro, I gotta really like step up, bro. So I think that's the biggest thing for me, man, is how can you be a service to other people? Like, I think it gets old after a while. Like, yeah, I could just keep buying shit for myself. I can keep going places myself. I can keep being self-centered. But like that's not what life about, bro. It's like, yeah, like how can I help somebody else out, bro? How can I help somebody else get through the situation they was going through? Like I feel like that's what keep me going now, bro. Is like making sure that I got so many people to take care of, bro. And I've been blessed with like a skill set and a mental, bro, and health and so many things that other people don't have. So I can't take that kind of stuff for granted. So I can't just be sitting on these talents or these gifts and just letting them go to waste, bro. Like not everybody can do what I do or talk about what I talk about, and respectfully, I'm nice in my lane. So I gotta maximize that, bro, and bring the people up like who I can help bring up, man. I want to put on for Arizona. I want to see this city keep thriving, and I want to see, you know, more opportunities come out here, bro, and really just something for people that, you know, that are truly vested in, you know, this city and this state. So that's what keep me going now, man. I feel like I said, I got enough to just chill and, you know what I mean, be content. Like it's cool, but it's more. It's not driven off of just, you know, straight materials. It's more so how can I make impact, bro, and how can I like be of a service to, like I said, other people around me. For real. Yeah.
Damn, I love that, bro.
No,
and that's you really just summed up what we're trying to do with this platform. You know what I'm saying? We really trying
to the brand, bro.
We just trying to we really trying to just be of service to anybody that's really doing something really dope. I want to shout out to my boy Jeremy, Thrift and Dye. He's opening up a spot. This is what we're in right now. We're right off of Grand.
Fire.
And he's planning to make this, you know, like a community spot for everybody to do events and things like that. So yeah, I just want to you know, continue to highlight things
it's
like
super
that.
wavy in here. I can't wait till they see it, bro.
Man,
you can't even, y'all see in the backdrop, you ain't even seen the whole thing, bro.
It's crazy because the front does feel like, you know, more like a store vibe, but when you come back here, it feel like you can feel some energy.
You're feeling the energy for sure, man. It's been energy all in here right now.
Yeah. So if y'all want to check that out, please do. It's Overdue Phoenix on Instagram, right? Okay, for sure. I want to make sure I get that right. So Overdue Phoenix, they're right on Grand where the boxing gym is at. Right in the back where the parking is, it's a storefront that they're gonna have open, and then a little vibe section in the back. So,
bro,
man,
I didn't even know there was a boxing gym over here. That's fire. Like I said, the whole thing. I saw somebody walking out, and I told my boy, I'm like, man, it looked like he was just did like 1,000 jump ropes.
For real?
You know what I'm saying? He was walking like he was hurting. Okay,
there's a boxing gym.
That makes sense.
And what's crazy, I was telling him what's crazy is that's a staple. Like, cause this is East Side. So this is where my nana's house is, and that's a staple. Like, so for him to be right here, I told him, I'm like, bro,
in the heart of the community.
Like, and I was like telling him, like, because he didn't grow up right here, so I was trying to tell him, like, bro, you maybe don't know, but this is a staple area. So for you to be right here, anything you're doing, please let me be a part of it. And we got to shoot this, so I'm so happy, man.
No, I can't wait for, like I said, for them to pull up and really catch that vibe.
Exactly.
This shit fire.
But yeah, thank you so much. Shout out your Instagram and everything you got going, just so they can know.
Man, shout out Instagram J Waves, YouTube J Waves, Twitter at Waves on One. Everything pretty much J Waves, man. And the marina out right now. Sunset Gallery on the way with my man Rich the Gift. Desert Water Records out in full effect as well, man. We got a lot coming in the store, bro. We really out here, man.
Is there still merch?
Yeah, you know what's so crazy about? I meant to grab and bring something to y'all today.
Oh,
too,
no, don't say that.
I swear, bro. I had stuff put aside to the side, man. And I left it on my counter, bro. I've been messing around with my old schools today, bro. And one of them was one of them wasn't cranking, bro, so it threw my whole day off.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, bro, this is, my mind just shot left. And you know what I mean? When I was shouting, I was worried about I was trying to be on time.
On time. You were?
Yeah, I was on time. I was here, brother. I was 5:56. You know what I'm saying? So I was super punctual, bro. But no, that's all the socials, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep thriving and striving, baby. So it's good. We're going to turn it up.
Whatever you need, we here, bro.
Man,
I appreciate you coming through.
Come on, man. I don't want to.
Yeah, no, you good,
I can't shake you up with the left, you know what I'm saying? All respect, baby.
Yes,
so it's all good, man.
Yeah, but make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers. We almost there. So please, if you watching it right now, please subscribe. Y'all be stingy with those subscribes. Hey,
subscribe, baby.
Come on.
Hey, y'all moving the culture too, bro. Y'all gotta tap in. Stop being bougie.
And while you're on YouTube, go watch Price of Peace. Man, it's a movie. That's all I'm gonna say. We out.
Price
Peace.
Of Peace, baby. It's Price. It's Price. Yeah, you gotta cut some people off if they ain't trying to win. Gotta keep the homies close in case it's time to spend. Just went shopping for a Rolex, caught a time to spend. Calamari champagne, I like the finest shit.